Hi, water signs. It is Ray. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturn day. It is 1:03 p.m. East Coast time, 13 Scorpio energy. There is a change in the air. So we are covering the Pisces total lunar eclipse, which peaks overnight tonight. Um, Depending on what part of the world, it'll be on the 6th or on the 7th. East Coast time is on the 7th. Central time per US, it's on the 7th. Pacific, it is on the 6th. I'm also getting my jacket and I need some lotion. But the next eclipse, so every eclipse season lasts for 6 months. This full moon is starting a new eclipse season for us, and then after this eclipse we're currently in the midst of and after the solar eclipse that we have in 2 weeks, next eclipse season begins February 17th. But let me get my jacket, let me get some lotion, and I think that's all I need. But I don't know how we're going to do this, but we are going to do it like we did last time. Collectively read for the water signs, and then I'll pull a card for each individual sign at the end and post the timestamps in the comment section for you guys, okay? Okay, hold on. Okay. Are we on Do Not Disturb? Yes, we are. Okay. Thank you for cleansing. Thank you for healing. Thank you for divine purification. Gratitude. You're here, the rooster? No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Cleanse away negativity, invite in positivity. I also feel the need to say cleansing away the 7 deadly sins and inviting in the 7 virtues. Okay. Okay, let's pray. Hey, y'all. Hi, Moosh and Josh. God, divine source, angels, ancestors, guides, universe, thank you for allowing me to guide the water elements, the water placements, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces on this Pisces full moon total lunar eclipse. Help me speak. Thank you for allowing me to be a clear guide, clear channel, clear vessel as I speak to them on what to expect as this energy unfolds now and over the next 6 months. Thank you for allowing me to be a clear guide, clear channel, clear vessel. Thank you for each and every heart and soul that taps into this energy with me whenever they are guided to do so. Allow us all to be divinely guided, divinely led, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. Gratitude, Ashe. That was an interesting prayer. So whatever this eclipse is preparing you for, it feels like it's something that some of you have never experienced before. I don't know. But, you know, the prayer was confident, but then there was hesitation in some parts. How the prayer flows is very equivalent to the energy. So it could also be connected to, I don't know why I'm still lighting this sage, but it could also be connected to not believing in what you speak, not believing in what you affirm, not believing in your own prayers, not believing in your own manifestations. Hold on. Okay. But let's see. So usually after I burn the sage and pray, I put it out, but we lit it some more and I'm guided to continue to let it burn. So, you know, Let It Burn. It's a song by Usher. Sorry, trying to figure out where we're gonna start. It's a song by Usher, but I do. Sage is cleansing, it's purification. And then in the prayer we mentioned releasing the energy of the 7 deadly sins and inviting the energy of the 7 virtues. And we're going to start with the oracle of the 7 energies. So collectively, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, you could definitely be seeing 777 throughout this time. I do feel like when you're seeing sevens, you know, 7 is the Chariot card, but it also represents the crown chakra. And to me, it's the journey from the root to the crown. So I do feel like there's an energy of there's been a mastering, but again, whatever you're about to walk into, it's foreign. It's foreign in some aspect. But let's see. Hi, TBT slots. Joey, I understand. However, there's a time and a place. There really is a time and a place. This is a total lunar eclipse. So the highlight of this energy, and it's a blood moon that we're covering. So purge is a theme, darkness is a theme. I am here to try to spread some light. Yehuda, this is for adults only. Beloved, go play. Okay, but Joey, God bless your movement, truly. And I'm about to block you. Because you're not receiving, nor are you listening, nor are you hearing. Hi, Billy. Baby, I'm hot now. Let's get into this message. Okay, water signs. What the hell? Roots of abundance. That's a Scorpio reading. Hold on. It's 1:11 p.m. East Coast time right now. This card is a 2, but give me a second. I think that's the dissipation of fear. Hold on. Give me a second. So yes, it was no, different card, but it still applies. So Scorpio, April 2024, the dissipation of fear, Isaiah 41:10. Okay, but roots of abundance we have. All right. Pisces full moon, total lunar eclipse for the water elements, please and thank you. Can I get some light, please? Can we dispel the darkness? Because baby, my energy has been on a high. I've been feeling good, feeling great. Okay, I'm wearing yellow. I'm feeling my element. I don't know what's going on the socials. You know what I noticed though, collectively, when the collective is going through a breakthrough, social media is traumatic as fuck. Okay, that's a mind fuck within itself. So water signs, be mindful of when energetic manipulation is happening real time. Yeah, in perfect harmony. Okay. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Fucking sweating. Seeing beyond. Oh. Broken open is in reverse. So you know, I know control is mostly associated with fixed signs, but control is a collective issue. It doesn't matter what sign, what placement, where it is, it does not matter. But control is a collective issue. And broken open in reverse is a reflection of conditions versus, because conditions can be seen as boundaries, but I'm not relaying it as boundaries. It's like unconditional love versus conditional love. And as you see in this card, she's broken open from the ends, from the heart, from the chest, okay? But also this is, so let's start from the beginning. You have roots of abundance. Oh shit, I didn't see this card underneath, it was hiding. So it's looking at me like this. Hold on. I can pick it up together. Roots of abundance, seeing beyond. You see that third eye activation, and broken open in reverse. But when I pulled out roots of abundance, you have the oracle's gift in reverse. Okay, so there's a spiritual elevation happening. Again, the number 7 is significant. But when it comes to roots, the oracle's gift being hidden underneath roots of abundance, and this is the energy of, you know, it's, they're showing me something that's transparent. So it's like, you know, how do I say this? You know, like, I don't know if this is a good comparison, but you know in Harry Potter, when they had to go to the school and they went to the, what is it, the subway, the train station, and they had to like go through the wall, it's like, you know, you walking through a shadow, or walking, it's like walking, how do I say this? Spirit, help me articulate it. It's not like walking through the shadow and not realizing, but it's like literally, okay, so you know how people always talk about there's a veil, but I feel like when you're in the void, you're also in the midst of the veil, but people don't relay that perception that way, but I am to you. So when you are in the midst, like when you are in the center, like this broken open card, okay, of the veil, which can be seen as the void, because it's like, you know, being as the representation, think of, you know, being in the womb, when in the mother's womb, okay? I would hope we all came from a womb, but you know, it's 2025 and science is a thing. But anywho, when it comes to the, what is it called? The placenta is like a veil in a sort, right? But then the placenta is broken through, it's broken open for, you know, the baby to come through, metaphorically speaking, but literally speaking as well. You get what I'm saying? So it's like for a lot of you, we can just, I feel like it's simpler to explain it from a pregnancy standpoint. So with that being said, it's like you're in the midst, okay? It's time for you to, you know, be birthed through the canal, okay? And as you're, you know, birthing through the canal, it's uncomfortable because, you know, you've been consuming one form of life and one experience for so long. And so now it's time for you to experience a new life, a new experience, see things with different eyes. But at the same time, as your spiritual gifts are elevating, as you are expanding and walking to whatever new phase of life you're walking into, it's like there is a, you know how there's a thin line between love and hate? There's also a thin line between knowing when to allow your gifts to add fuel to your ambition versus psych you the fuck out. And with the oracle's gift being in reverse, this is like being psyched the fuck out, which is why broken open is in reverse as well. So then when you're psyched out, you know, you become fucking paranoid, and then you become restricted, you start overthinking some things, okay? Now the opposite of all water elements is an earth element. So with that being said, it is very roots of abundance. It is very imperative, very, very crucial for you to be grounded throughout these next 6 months, because going back to the prayer, it's like if you, the moment the moment that you entertain the energy of uncertainty, the moment that you entertain the energy of it's not possible with the Oracle's gift reverse, is the exact same moment. Again, you're in the midst of the veil that you create a fucking, it's like a, they're showing me a rubber band that it's very loose, it's very easy to break, but it's like the more that you propel the energy or restrict the energy, the thicker that it gets and the harder that it is for you to break. And then it's like, instead of you being able to do it with just your two hands, you start to need external tools to assist. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So I'm starting to cool down, thank you God. But yeah, that's what I got so far. Hold please. So also with the Oracle's gift big in reverse, and this is a teacup, you know, tea represents information. You have whatever information you are receiving, whatever, you know, your third eye is showing you, it's meant to keep it, you're meant to keep it to yourself. I hear you need to store it within your root chakra. But they're showing me your, like when I say stored, like stored in your root chakra, it's like, you know, implanting a time capsule in the ground for it to be, you know, I hear unearthed later. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, beautiful and caging. But also, there's a need to not push your gifts. I haven't watched the second season of Wednesday yet, but I did watch the first set that came out. I haven't watched the one that was just released on the 3rd. But, you know, she kept getting warned not to push herself, and she kept pushing herself to get to the outcome of whatever her third eye was showing her. So I'm getting, don't be a detriment to your own success. Don't be a detriment to your own gifts. Don't allow your gifts to become your worst enemy. And now they're bringing me to Matilda. So it's like, you know, Matilda's atmosphere, Matilda's world was, honey, it was sad as fuck. It was chaotic. It was triggering. But at the same time, you know, she did what she did, but ultimately she came from a place of purity. And I feel like this is a representation, again, of coming from a place of purity. Again, the theme for you is, honey, the 7 deadly sins versus the 7 virtues. And then you have it is what it is here. Sometimes things may not make sense. You know, what is shown to you, the way that, you know, your journey may be unfolding for you could be quite expected. Again, a solar eclipse. We don't know what the fuck is about to go down, whether we have some insight or not, but divine intervention is heavy at play. So when it comes to doors that are closing specifically, because there's about to be some, ooh, that sounded country as hell. There's about to be some doors, they're about to be closed, I hear inevitably. But in Cardi B's words, forever. So this could start in Libra season because she's a Libra. But there, you know the song, if there's a question on your mind, whatever the fuck, that song's been coming up a lot, but I hear, don't question it. And for me to verbally say that to you, I'm a person, I like to ask questions, okay? And I was taught to not ask questions, so I like to ask questions because of that. But it also feels like things are very specific. And you know how when it comes to trees, they say when it comes to the roots, every tree on earth is connected. You know, you can choose to believe that. You can choose not. You can get into what about when the water breaks the parts of the earth and yada, yada, yada. But it's also giving me the roots are intricate. And there's a reason for the intricacy, but you don't need to be concerned about the specifics, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Now, since the North Node is transiting Pisces right now, and this is a Pisces full moon lunar eclipse, and then the next eclipse season starts in Pisces season of 2026, I feel like, you know, you are the theme. You are front and center of your reality. But anything that's not I keep hearing ambition. Is that a song by Wale? But whatever's not feeding your ambition, the ambition is loud too. I'm just giving, don't give it attention. Like, it needs to not. There's a lot of, it's like shit that you think wouldn't make, going back to that metaphor of the rubber band getting thicker. It's shit that you think wouldn't make the rubber band thicker is shit that will make the rubber band thicker. I don't know. But I do feel like collectively a lot of you are ungrounded. I hear it takes more than damn. It takes more than sitting in the grass, okay? It takes more than hugging a tree. It takes more than just sitting down. Like when we speak of grounding, when I say we, me and God in them, when we speak of grounding, grounding is mind, body, soul, and spirit, okay? Truly all is well in every aspect of your life, okay? What you have control of, you are able to sustain and maintain, because God wouldn't have given it to you if you cannot maintain and sustain it, okay? And everything else that is out of your control, honey, it is in the divine's hands. It's in the universe's hands. It's in your ancestors' hands. With it is what it is, okay? There is a need. I don't know. Some of you could be very revengeful, okay? Not everyone is on a high vibrational wave at this time, okay? I attract the collective, so I'm going to honor the collective. But if you are a revengeful water sign, meaning that you tend to respond from your emotions, you wear emotions on your sleeve, you're going to learn a very difficult lesson about grounding and emotional reaction and emotional maturity, okay? And also, I feel like whatever I'm speaking of, before it goes down, you're going to be given a warning. And I feel like whoever has to learn this lesson is going to ignore the warning, what the oracles give in reverse, okay? And then there is a level of restriction. So take it how it resonates, okay? Okay. Now, with birds of a feather being in reverse, if you are a water sign parent and you have emotional control issues, God is about to teach you a lesson, okay? I don't know, the children, you know, we always say, and I always say, the children are the future. They are. But this is a new earth that we are in the midst of fucking creating, manifesting, building spiritually and fucking materially. So if you are not aligned with that program of unconditional grace, unconditional fucking whatever the case may be, that is of light, that is of God, that is of the divine, then you will learn some lessons, okay? It's a theme of lessons versus celebrations, okay, as well. I feel like I've said some other themes. I don't know what the fuck I said, but let's move on. Is there anything else from this deck? Exposed and revealed. You will learn the lesson, okay? But you will see, like, they will give you grace and the insight to avoid it, whether it comes from a person in a dream, you know, and motherfucking honey, dazed and fucking confused, whatever the case may be. But it's up to you to take heed. It's up to you to follow the path. The choice is yours, okay? Okay. Anything else? The energy felt heavy. Feels like someone's been giving a lot of chances. I hear it's also given someone that's been calling on the divine, calling on God to save them from a lot of situations. However, they don't do anything to prevent the situations that they keep asking God to save them from, when they have every ability to do so, every piece of knowledge and knowing to do so. Okay. We're good. Let's move on. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Pisces full moon lunar eclipse. It's too many. Can I get one at a time, please? Mucho gracias. Damn, lightning disruption. That's associated with travel. I feel like you need to solidify some plans and you need to stop. I hear. Does parlaying mean delaying? I feel like that's what that means. Hold on. But you need to stop parlaying. Meaning, I think it means delaying. Let me just double check. What? Hold on. This is gambling? I am not thinking about no damn gambling. Hold on. That's what it means? Hold on. And slang to parlay means to take something smaller, modest, like money from a bet, a talent, or an initial investment, and use it to create something much larger or achieve a great success or objective. Okay, that's more aligned with what I was thinking. Y'all be gambling? Hold on. Pirates say parlay because the word comes from the French verb parler, meaning to speak, and it is historically referred to a truce or negotiation between enemies to discuss terms and temporarily halt conflict. Well, I'm referencing it as a motherfucking delay, okay? Let's move on. But you have lightning disruption. I was about to go down the rabbit hole, but I chose not to. A lot of your circles could be changing. You have community in reverse. Caution in reverse. It's definitely a time for you to take risks. Again, it feels like going back to the energy of you need to solidify some plans. What are you delaying? What are you putting off? I don't know. I hear that song by Chris Brown. What is it? I'm not. What is it? What? Superhuman? What's the lyrics to Superhuman? Hold on. Oh, this song. You changed my whole life. Oh, sorry. Okay. Don't know what you're doing to me. But you're not feeling all superhuman. You did that to me. Superhuman heartbeat to me. Nothing can stop me here with you. So let me ask you, who gives you the power to be superhuman? Okay. Is it a human or no? Questions to ask yourself. Now, with that being said, if you consider yourself to be, what is it, in this world, not of it, that could correlate to being superhuman, But whatever it is, it's definitely giving being too human about some shit, okay? It's like, collectively people talk about the water signs and the intuitiveness of water signs. But it's like, again, all of your opposites and shadows and sister signs are earth signs. So it's like, the energy of swearing up and down. You're balancing some spirituality and practicality, but being heavily imbalanced spiritually and more focused practically. Okay, when I say imbalanced spiritually, you don't allow that superhuman strength to really propel you, okay? Because I don't know what fucking timeline you're on, but you need to stop delaying something, okay? I don't know what it is. I really don't. I wish I could just tell you so I could stop saying it, but you need to stop doing it. And I know you're grown as hell, so who am I to tell you need to stop doing something? But I'm just a conduit, okay? Also feels like, when it comes to this separation energy, and maybe that's the energy, you need to get away from some people, Okay, community bees, it could be family, okay? You know, you got the queen bee, all right? So I don't know what it is, but lightning disruption, this is when I was on Instagram, I talked a lot about, you know, not being caught up in a fucking crossfire, okay? And a lot of y'all are very close to being caught in a fucking crossfire with traffic cone caution being in reverse. You just, I hear you keep missing the window. I don't know what that means, but this is, I hear nobody else's fault but your own. I don't know. There's a lot of people about to experience some deep karmic type shit, okay? Yes. Infinity. I'm gonna clean this up. Yeah, not relationships. This is whoever's in close vicinity, okay? Maybe if it's high vibes and all right, I'm not referring to that. If it's not, if there's drama, if you be complaining about some shit, whether externally, internally, praying about it, complaining about it, asking for a change, be the change. Yes, start the journey. I hear you have been warned. Anywho, moving on. Yes, new opportunities, keys. Here, DJ Khaled. I got the keys, the keys, the keys. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. The key came out. Opportunity, door, keys open doors. Yes, okay. For some of you, it's time to get some new keys, change locations. It's time to move. You have divine guidance in reverse. So again, as I just mentioned, you've been ignoring, okay? You on your own time. Your own time, I hear your own damn downfall. I don't know why I had to say damn, but yeah. What else? Infinity, unlimited potential. And then flamingo fun, but it felt like on my sacral chakra. It's interesting because you have 217, which is when next eclipse season starts in 2026. But that's tied to fun and keys opportunities. So in the middle of key opportunity and flamingo fun, you have divine guidance in reverse next to infinity and unlimited potential upright. And you see how there's an arrow pointing to the direction you need to take. You see how this direction is like, you know, taking you to the eye of the hurricane, which is, it's the eye of the hurricane that's the safest part of the hurricane, right? So literally, it's like Spirit is trying to move you into, I hear perfection and protection, you know, and I know perfection is an illusion, but it's like literally, it's showing me, I don't know if y'all have ever seen Charmed, the new one. And when they had to go into protection mode, and it was like when they were at home, the house wasn't visible to everyone else, but you know, physically they were inside the home. It's like that type of energy, like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, moving you to safety, moving you to protection, moving you to just out of the way. But I don't know, I hear something's not clicking, it's not clacking. And you see how there's a circle and a square, and you see how it's like it's on the edge, okay? Just it's giving the energy of being too smart for your own good. That's what it's giving. Some of you may have heard that a lot as a child, but right now it's like you're operating in that energy actively as an adult. Just always know water signs, no matter how tapped in you are, you know, we're always a student, okay? All right, what else? Yeah, peace and harmony. Feels like you got 6 months to get your shit together too. I don't know. This divine guidance is 33. That's 6. And then infinity unlimited potential is 43. That's 7. So and then we got the next eclipse 217. So it's really you got 6 months. Caution. Okay. Okay. All right, we good? Anything else? Glow possibility. It's time to travel. It's time to, whatever you said you was going to do, you need to do it. Yeah, labyrinth journey. Thank you, Spirit. It's time for you to take a chance, okay, and connect with a new motherfucking community that is truly healing, okay? Not a community you always have to heal from. Not people you always have to cleanse from. No, that's not a way to live life, okay? Okay. Pisces full moon lunar eclipse. Okay, we'll leave it sideways. You have you are good enough sideways. I don't know. I don't understand. A time for healing, and then work through your fears in reverse. So do you have trouble admitting when you're scared? This is shadow work. Or do you have trouble owning up to your fears? And we're all scared of something, okay? For me, it's God, okay? That's me, all right? But we are all scared of something. Honestly, well, it's not a fear at this point, but reincarnating back to this place as well, hell the fuck no, okay? No. All right, so what is it for you? Whatever that is for you. For some of you, low-key, it's dying. It's this, whatever it is very deep, okay? It's something that you don't want to, I hear, put out in the atmosphere, but you need to put it out in the atmosphere to release it so the atmosphere can carry it away, you know? It's like they're showing me, as I say that, like how the wave comes onto the ocean. It's like, you know, it comes onto the shore, so it's able to gather and then retract that energy back into the ocean. Does that make sense? I hope that visual makes sense. But yeah, we'll work through your fears. You're not, it's just giving you're not being honest with yourself about something. For some of you, it's your dreams coming true. Like, again, whatever this is, it may seem simple, but it's very deep. You could be afraid of success. And I'm here, as I say that, I'm hearing the song, it's DJ Khaled's song, Suffering from Success. What else for the water signs? You have faith in your dreams at the bottom. You have North Node, step out of your comfort zone, and your commitment is being tested. For a lot of you with having faith in your dreams, it's like you want better, but it's like, you know, it's one thing wanting it versus believing that you're worthy of it. And then being able to step out of your comfort zone to go after that. And being able to, with that it is what it is energy, being able to be okay with people that are not aligned with that and are unwilling to go or don't support where you're going. It's not about them. It's your North Node. We all have an individual birth chart for a reason, you know? If you're seeing other people's dreams come true, whether this is in real life, on social media, that's a sign that the same applies to you. But now the word ambition is coming back up. So, and then for a lot of you, you have the ambition, but you are not taking action. I hear something's the same. It's the same. You keep switching up, but it's still the fucking damn. It's still the fucking same no matter how much you try to change. That's a bar, okay? But seriously, okay? And so again, I just keep getting, you've been warned. Your commitment is being tested, and I feel like it's your commitment to your dreams. It's your the faith that you have in yourself, especially with you starting with "you are good enough" sideways. Like, what the hell is that? But then again, it's like, oh shit. It feels like someone's spirit team is taking shots at them, okay? Because it's like, I just hear you just claim to be just so tapped the fuck in, but yeah, you scared, And, when this energy comes up, please don't take offense, okay? Because my ancestors be on my head like this. Like, I've shared this with y'all before, and I'll share it right now, okay? When I am in this energy that I'm reading on, you want to know the song they give to me? B.I.B.I., okay, by motherfucking Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, okay, and whoever else is in that damn song, okay, and then you scared, stop acting like a bitch, you scared, and I have to receive that because it's the fucking truth, and sometimes the truth hurts, but the motherfucker shall set you free. A time for healing, setting you free. So, with that being said, step out of your comfort zone. Don't be scared to work through your fears. The only way to overcome a fear is to walk through the fucking fire. So your commitment is being tested. You gonna walk through that fucking fire? It's like literally, again, going back to that being in the midst, like you're in the center of the fucking veil. What are you about to do with that veil? Some people choose to just fucking throw the shit away and just be like, fuck it, Other people choose to, going back to the energy, they choose to make the placenta a vitamin, They get creative with it for its nutrients so it can nurture and fucking heal them, So how does it apply to you? Anything else for the water signs? I just hear you need to get ready to say some goodbyes. I don't know. And then, seriously, you are, okay? It's eclipse season, honey. And we're starting this eclipse season. It's not... it's like, Spirit is really trying to get you to laugh, to keep you from crying, but you're not. You're not picking up what God is putting down. It's like, Lil Wayne has a song called Funerals. He's a Libra too. Libra season is very impactful for y'all. But how's the lyric? Because welcome to the funeral, closed caskets as usual. And with that closed casket energy, it's bringing me back to that it is what it is with the closed doors. Like, it is what it is. I don't know. It's time. Heavy on its time. Anything else for the water signs from this deck? But at the same time, the next eclipse season, the one on February 17th, where you had that key and opportunity, and can't remember the other card on the end, but that eclipse season starts as a solar eclipse, so the light, the sun. So we are, again, starting this as a lunar eclipse. So just, I'm kidding, like, prepare your goodbyes, say good, I don't fucking know. Anything else? It's time to release negativity upright, and then hold your vision in reverse. Prosperity lies ahead, upright on the bottom. So there is a disconnect between you and your dreams, whether this is you taking action, whether you feel like you're unprepared, unready, you want to fucking do what the world tells you to do, and if you don't have 6 to 12 months of savings, you don't need to be making this fucking move. Fuck the world. Are you superhuman or are you not? Make a choice and stay there. Okay? Respectfully. I'm dead ass. And your spirit team is dead ass too. Okay? Yeah. You have been warned. I don't know. How long have we been here? 45. I really am not called to use the tarot, but we'll just see. No, we're not going to use it. All right. water signs. Yeah, fell into my lap. But resurrection, upright. So, water signs, baby, you got Yemaya on your side. She's trying to assist you with the resurrection, but again, you got to release negativity. You have to face your fears, okay? You got to be okay with walking the journey alone, okay? And it's one thing to say, I'm okay with walking the journey alone. It's another thing to walk the fucking journey alone. It's two different things. It's two different fucking realities. And it's one thing to do it for 30, 60, 90 days, 6 months, but can you do that shit for a year or two? Maybe even 3, however long it takes for thy table to be prepared. Can you do that? Can you thug it? Dance portal, let go. I feel like we got the point. Anything else? Anything else? So again, you have been pay attention. Waters. What else? Does the message need to be more iterated? Does it? Because let me just see. Yeah. Abracadabra. Superhuman shit. Connect. So connecting is solidifying whatever those plans they are, and then after you solidify, okay, some of you could keep rearranging some solidifications. I don't know, but there's a need to, I hear, stick to it and fucking get your roll on the song. But no, there's a need to take action, all right? But you will be warned. Like, that's a theme, okay? On, honey, the time is now. And then once you are, connect with that energy and resurrect yourself, your life, your environment. And I don't mean bring something that's in the present to life. I mean resurrect that dream, resurrect that vision, resurrect that ambition. That's how you truly plant stable roots of abundance, because something is not stable. There's literally a foundation that has already begun to crack, and that shit is about to combust, okay? Yeah. Autonomy, revolution, period. Can you do it? Can you do it solo? I don't know. Whether you got kids or not, okay? Because she got a baby, okay? Yes, Brenda's got a baby. And yes, this is an ego death for a lot of you. And then look, you have unconditional love in reverse. Conditions versus lack of conditions, no conditions. Release the conditions of your dreams. Release the conditions of the path that you have to take to get from fucking point A to B to C to D. There's a lot of, honey, I just hear fuck this human shit for a season. If you can do that to balance the chaos, that's how you can raise your motherfucking vibration with truth aura. Okay, okay, period. Thank you. I'm gonna see if I can get, I know I said the 6 months, but I want to use the timing oracle deck. So let's just see what it says. And then we'll pull individually. So this starts today. Okay. That's crazy. But no, today is on the bottom. Now today is a 6, but 52 breaks down to 7. So it does start, this energy starts when this eclipse peaks, okay? And again, if you're on the Pacific side of standard time, it starts today, it starts tonight. If you're on Eastern or Central, it starts on the 7th, okay? All right, water signs. Do you want to provide them anything in regards to time? Next week looks promising. All right, we have, oh, that's interesting. That's my mom's birthday. But you have August, so it could have started in August. Where are we? September. We have 7. It's time to move. That was 22 by the August, if you didn't see. You have 7. Again, 7 is the theme. It's time to move forward. You have by the end of the year, 38. And then this was in reverse, 42. It's the wrong time, but it was in reverse. So again, you have, it's time to move forward by the end of the year, August. But with 42 being in reverse, it's giving me you are definitely in an unjust situation, and you are prolonging it, like prolonging the experience specifically. Okay? Okay. All right. Let's pull for you individually. Let's start with Cancer. We're going to use a tarot. Or, actually, hold on. Put my shoes on. Ooh. I keep hearing this song, I Need You, okay, by Lloyd. Now, when this song comes up, I know the song is talking about a person, but sometimes, you know, shit is not as literal as it may seem, like dreams. But, you know, superstar, you are the best I've ever had by far. I just feel like with that I Need You energy, correlating to that superhuman energy. It just feels like you're just, it's like, you know, it's like God is, your spirit team, God, whomever is like, you know, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, do this. And you're like, but hold on. It's like you keep putting them on hold. But then get upset when things don't go your way. When if you were to be obedient and listen and hear, kind of like going back to how I addressed the comments at the beginning of this, we wouldn't be here, you know? Everything for a reason. You see, you hear them fighting? We haven't had any chaos for the 53 minutes we've been here, okay? But now, things could be different. Let's start with Cancer. Cancer, you could be singing 333. Ooh. Why does everything keep falling in my lap? I don't know what that's about. I just saw the 10 of Swords. All right. What do you have to say to Cancer placement specifically in regards to this Pisces full moon total lunar eclipse? Let's see the 7 again. Cancer placements. You have the King of Swords, King of Air in this deck. And then on the bottom you have Ego. Look up Archangel Jophiel. All 3 of these are yours. All right. So first, King of Air, you have brilliance, impartial, professional, diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. Okay. Then you have Ego, Archangel Jophiel. That's how you spell Jophiel. Okay. Okay. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. And then you have the Two of Air, Two of Swords, being unable or unwilling to make a decision. A stalemate, pretending there is no problem. So this 15 ego is actually your opposite, Cancer, Capricorn energy. So for, you could be a Cancer, you know, you make a decision, you fold, you could change your mind often. I mean, I did speak on that collectively for water signs. But for a lot of you, there's some help that you need, but it's like not wanting to be honest about with yourself about the help that you need, okay? Honestly, please don't be offended, but a lot of y'all need a therapist. And if you already have a therapist, you are not being consistent. You start the sessions and you fall off, okay? Hi, Trisha. But there's an inconsistency with that. But to help you help yourself be consistent. Now, it's one thing to shop around, okay? Because not everyone resonates with everyone. Respect. But it's another thing to be intentional, and it's another thing to be like, you know, if you're going in with the expectation of a mass breakthrough, but you've been struggling with some shit for 10, 20 years. So it's going to take some time for that to unravel, you know, get out of the illusion that you can solve lifetime, like lifetime singular or plural worth of shit, and it takes 21 days to break a bad habit. That's a fucking illusion, okay? I think the 90-day rule is more logical personally, but 21 days, no. Now we can create a new habit within that time frame, but to shift some shit that, honey, your whole fucking life since childhood you've been experiencing, not accepting, not dealing with, not healing from, emotionally responding from, anytime you get triggered, there's a need to be patient and graceful with that process. Now, also, you have been consistently butting heads with someone. Okay, this could be someone you are connected to. This could be someone in business, platonic, romantic, whatever the case may be. With you have pretending there is no problem. Okay, you know, it's one thing to go through a season of shit. It's another thing to experience a whole fucking experience of shit. Okay, tying into that lifetime energy and saying, you know, it's okay. It's a part of the game. Pretending there is no problem. There is a problem, okay? And then someone could gaslight the fuck out of you or love to turn the tables, you know, when you're trying to hold them accountable, they find a way to make you hold your fucking self accountable. That manipulation, fucking narcissistic shit, okay? For this, you need to be clear when someone is trying to fucking just play you, okay? Play you. We mentioned earlier being manipulated in real time and being able to catch that and transmute that and check that shit. I don't know if I finished my statement, but in the energy of manipulation. And then for a lot of you, being overly focused on material things, you care about how things look on the outside. Fuck these people. These people are not going to accompany you, you know, honey, when it's time for you to transition and figure out what your next journey is, your next soul's journey. And God is asking you questions like, well, why did you make this decision? You know? What was the purpose of this? You're not going to be able to look around to all these people in the background for assistance with answers. And I feel like, you know, right now you just, I just hear your legacy is on the line with whatever this is. The future of it. How you are remembered. What you are known for. The words that come up when your name is presented, you know, type of energy. Your legacy is on the line. So there's a need for radical self-honesty. You are that ego death energy that came out is tied in with you, with ego being here. And it's okay to not know, but focus on problem resolution versus conflict. There's a lot of energy just focusing on conflict and brushing that shit under the rug and not speaking about it, not facing it, not dealing with it. Our ancestors did that. It's not our duty to continue that. It's our duty to face that, to stand to that, to speak about it, to break the chains. I love you, Scorpio. Scorpio, you could be seeing 000, the Fool's Journey, okay? So I could have definitely been talking to you when it's time to solidify some shit and take action. But let's see, Scorpio. You have the Page of Earth, the Page of Pentacles. Hold on, let me see what else comes out before I read it. One at a time, please, Scorpio. You got a 7, honey. All right. Beautiful. On the bottom, you have the 9 of Earth, the 9 of Pentacles, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. Damn. Very interesting. Okay, let's read this. So again, on the bottom, one more time. Enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. 9 of Pentacles. You also have the Page of Pentacles, your first card. Scholarly, dependable, patient, successful. Good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. So again, this is the Fool's Journey for you. It's a lot of money on the table for you too. But you got to go somewhere to get it. Okay? Meaning whatever environment, whatever you got going on right now, it's not there. Okay? Okay. Next, you have the 7 of Swords, the 7 of Air. Plans that need revision, more going on than... Plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. So we have talked about your timing specifically and how it is not aligned with the divines. You're a fixed sign, I know. So I'm just going to give you some grace, okay? Baby, and then you got the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Fire. Too much work, accept help from others. Life is out of balance, stress-related health concerns. So they're showing me, what's that shit called? Like go-karts. You know how like when you go go-kart racing, but they're showing me the trail as a figure 8. Okay, and honey, you're going and going and going, but in a figure 8. And this isn't the only, I don't know the proper words, so I'm gonna just, this isn't the only driving train in, you know, the, in the play field. I know the words are not wanted right now. Don't judge me for it, okay? I'm just trying to get the vision out. But it's like, you know, they're also showing me a bridge. And whichever figure 8 you've been on, whichever figure 8 road you've been on, you know, there's a bridge that you're able to cross to get to the other roads that are, I hear different shapes, sizes, colors, you know. I hear dealer's choice. Is that gambling? Do y'all, I don't know, maybe y'all going to the casino, I don't know. Life could change at a casino. I'm not saying go and gamble, okay? No, the theme is the 7 virtues versus the 7 deadly sins, okay? So do at your own risk, okay? Okay, but I don't know. Or that could be another thing, you know, looking for a quick come up, because I notice a lot of people do like gamble to find a quick come up. So with this accept help from others, a lot of you, I hear the word flip-flop. So I'm noticing a thing with the water signs here. But it's like, you know, you may tell yourself it's okay to get help from this person or whatever, from whomever. But then somehow, I don't know what fucking mental thought process you experience, but it's like, no, I got it, you know, I can do it on my own, you know. And again, you are a fixed sign, so I get it. However, with this saying too much work, life is out of balance, stress-related health concerns, yes, you may have the power to do so, but it's also knowing when to, what's it called? when you disperse responsibility among others, there's a specific term for that. But it's like, you know, if you really say you're a boss, if you say that you're achieved, then you know how to call in assistance and help, and, you know, make life easier for yourself versus hard on yourself. Because if you're having stress related health concerns, honey, baby, stress related health concerns to me is the number one root of all diseases. So with that being said, if you are having stress related health concerns, how the fuck can you enjoy this Nine of Pentacles and this new earth that you're trying to build and create for yourself? And with this poor timing, it may be, honey, you may be like, you know, I'll do it when I get this, or I'll do it when I get there. Well, what if it doesn't happen until you do it? What if you don't get there until you, like, you have to do it first? I do feel like this is connected to whatever the Fool's journey is for you as well. If you have resources, utilize them, and do not reject the resources that want to help you. If someone asks for your fucking wish list, give them your fucking wish list. Don't analyze what the fuck is on it. Okay, if they ask for it, let them choose. Don't you be choosy for them. Like, this is a need to stop. Just, I hear, don't question the help. Don't question the help, and pay attention to what is it? It's not the titles of people, or not like what they do. But let's, like, if you come across a therapist, you know, if you start connecting with a therapist, maybe you need to holler at them about some shit, you know. If you're coming across an investor, maybe it's time for you to make some investments, or go harder with your investments. Like, pay attention to the energies of people that are showing up as far as what they represent and what they do, because it is in correlation to the action that you need to take, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. And also, the last thing I'm going to say is, when people advise you of something that goes against what you think, first of all, if you think something else, don't ask nobody for no advice. If you're not going to accept it, it's a waste of energy. All right. But you're not always the smartest one in the room. There's a multitude of talented, gifted, wise, intelligent people. Know when to be the page and the chief, okay? Know when to be the teacher and the student. And it could be in a type of exchange where it's literally an exchange. It's like healthy debate type shit, you know? Both parties can learn from each other. I don't know. Also, I don't know who your crowd is, who you hang around, who you be outside with. But there's something about the energy that's attached to them. I just see black shadows. It's making me uncomfortable. I split the deck to ego for you. That's all I got for you, Scorpio. I love you. Yeah. Do you have anything else? Since y'all just want to keep falling in my lap. Ooh. So beautiful, beautiful. Look at you peeking out. Okay, 13. The archangels wanted to show up. Okay. So finally, before we move on to Pisces, June 13th of 2026 could be significant, Scorpio, okay, because you got 613 here. But you have Archangel Raphael and Archangel Azrael. Okay, that's Azrael, Raphael, okay. But Azrael, the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, is time to move on. Thank you for the confirmation. And these two archangels are with you on this new fool's journey of yours, so kudos to you. And then, baby, you got the Lovers, okay? Intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, good health. So there is a need to look at people around you. And if we had stress related health concerns and then good health. So there is someone, now this could be with spirit, but these are two physical humans. So anything can happen over the next 6 months, but there could be intimate relationships is also like best friends. It doesn't always have to be somebody you're having sex with, okay? But it's giving tribe, okay? With carefully weigh your decisions, there's a need to align your time with the divines to remain in good health, okay? Okay. Love you, Pisces. Also, never mind. Pisces. Happy full moon, Pisces. How you feeling? All right. Messages for, why is it just falling in my lap? You have the Two of Wands in reverse. Oh my God. It says, again, it's in reverse, but it says, you've come into your own new partnerships or contracts, continue to move forward. So what are you sharing with someone? Some of you are sharing something with someone. What you're sharing, I don't know yet. But hold on, you've come into your own in reverse, which is sharing. New partnerships or contracts in reverse, which would mean existing. Continue to move forward in reverse is stagnation. Yeah, okay. Let's see, Pisces. Everybody is about to learn a lesson. Every sign, every person, every human. Here, everybody can get it. I don't know what that's about. I don't know, but I'm seeing like Spirit sitting on the throne, and Spirit's just been watching. And I literally see but I see a spirit, like not a person, not a human. I just see a spirit like getting up out of the chair. Just walking. But everybody is about to learn a lesson. And not all lessons I hear are tragic, are painful, traumatic. Some lessons are blissful. It depends on how you perceive the experience. Just like, you know, learning how to ride a bike, right? Honey, the parent be stressed as hell, but the child is excited. So it's all in how you perceive the experience. And yes, the parent's stress, you know, it can be validated. But that immediate reflection of stress is also an immediate reflection of a lack of faith and hope and confidence within the child. For a lot of us that are learning lessons of bliss, there is a specific type of confidence that we struggle with. The specificity of it, fuck, I can't say that word. I don't know what it is, okay? I don't know, but I'm out of the channel now. Pisces. Why is everything falling? On the bottom, you have the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Earth. Oh my goodness. Okay. So skilled work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic, going back to school. So school could be a theme. Higher education could be a theme. Or you could be, YouTube University, self-teaching, self-learning. You have the Hermit. Archangel Raziel, spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. You have the King of Earth, King of Pentacles. It's a lot of money. Generous, professional, responsible, practical. A successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. The Midas touch. And then you have the Page of Air, the Page of Swords. Challenging information, delays or changes to plans. Truth delivered without tact. For a lot of you, work could be changing. The job that you work for, the field that you work in. I just heard the dove. Now for others of you, hard work is paying off as well, with skilled work is rewarded being on the bottom. Learning all there is to know about the topic is like, graduating from high school, you finished, and then with going back to school, it's like graduating high school, then starting college, just as an example. Or this could be, again, when it comes to yourself, graduating from, for some of you, it could be, it's given Saturn return energy, whether you're in it or not. But I do feel like this Saturn retrograde is heavily impacting you specifically with this eclipse. Who's this? Pisces. Now, your opposite is Virgo. You have the Hermit here, Virgo, September. But hold on. So in the middle of the Hermit and the Page of Swords is the King of Pentacles. A successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered. However, for these opportunities to come in, Pisces, some of y'all like to stroke egos. Okay, you like to, tell people, I don't know why you do what you do, but it's giving a stroking of the ego. It's like a lie is a lie. A fib is a lie, a white lie, a lie is a fucking lie. But, trying to say, oh, it's not that bad. Yes, right is right and wrong is wrong, okay? It's very black and white, where humans try to make gray areas, okay? But it's like giving the energy of, you're not honest with people. But I don't know what aspect this is. Because with challenging information, truth delivered without tact, delays or changes to plans, this is like, let's just say we're in the age of Aquarius now, okay? So this is a time where, honey, the narratives can be challenged, okay? Like when people want to bring the Holy Bible into it, okay? Yes, I love the book of Psalms as well as Proverbs. I really do. And I love Revelations too, okay? And I fuck with Genesis too. There are certain books that are my favorite. But there are a lot of books that are missing, okay? So many fucking books that are missing. And that the King James version of the Bible is not the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, because there are missing versions and a lot of manipulation. So it's kind of like, instead of being able, me, I don't give a fuck, okay? It is what it is, okay? And if I don't speak the truth that I have, is a disservice to my Aquarius North Node. So for you, it's kind of like whatever spiritual teaching you got going on, whatever path of self-discovery that you are providing for the collective, whatever advice you are being given to the collective. I do feel like when you are in your own spiritual meditation, okay, spending your own quiet time with the divine and getting your own fucking downloads, Pisces, when it comes to exchanging information with the collective, you don't be relaying challenging information, okay? It's like you don't want the fucking smoke, okay, honey? If you don't start getting prepared for the fucking smoke, okay, fuck these people. You have a divine assignment, and if you are not delivering challenging information, delays or changes to plans, okay, honey, this could be the old world versus the new world, and what applies to you, because the old world is the age of Pisces and the new world is the age of Aquarius. So, and you are a divine bridge between the past and the fucking future, if you really think about it, especially with the fucking nodes transiting your sign right now. So with that being said, whatever triggers you've been avoiding, whatever toes you have not wanted to step on, if you don't fucking open your mouth and speak. Okay? This page of air says logical, honest, curious, and impulsive. Impulsive means don't hold back the truth. Okay? It needs to be delivered without tact. Okay? Stop stroking these motherfucking egos, because you are not helping people ascend. You are not holding them accountable. You are not holding them responsible. And therefore, what are we teaching? What are we elevating? What the fuck are we doing? Respectfully. Okay? Okay. Shit is intense. Anything else? Woo, my hand is itching. So I do see the Ace of Wands and the Three of Wands. A lot of fire energy. Yeah, there's a fire. I feel like there's a fire about to be lit in your throat chakra. Okay? Okay? This is like... there's... They're showing me someone that goes through life, okay, without being angry, without yelling, without just raising their voice, like always being so soft, right? And it's like just life is not fucking soft, okay? It's not soft. It's giving like the quiet one. You should never sleep on the quiet one, you know, because the quiet one is usually the loudest one. It can be the loudest one, you know. And with this, I just feel like there's a fire about to be lit in your throat chakra. And it's like, honey, these egos that you're stroking, they will not do the same in return. Okay, so be gonna chill with that. And then finally, what fell in my lap for you, you have Archangel Metatron the Dreamer, which is also the Fool. So in I hear it just started raining. Literally, it just started raining, the Dreamer. But I want to say in addition to, but the words that want to come out of my mouth that's lit in my throat chakra is in agreement with, in agreement to, and in agreement with Scorpio energy, the Fool, the Dreamer, Zero, the Fool. A leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. To summarize what I said, Pisces, a lot of you want to take a stand for something, but you're not speaking up about what you want to take a stand on. Okay, and it's given the energy of closed mouths don't get fed, and quiet mouths do not contribute to change. So, feels like it's time for you to get radical. Okay? Okay. Yeah. Ten of Swords. Okay, I love you. That's what I got for you. I will see y'all in like a week. I gotta get my life, okay? I need to self-care like a motherfucker. So I'll see y'all in like a week and a half. But I love you. Definitely tap into your opposite. I'm doing all 4 elements today. And I'm about to post the timestamps of the individual sign. Okay, I love you. Bye.